This started. Josh came in just in time, and welcome everybody. This is the Mardox Daily Live Chat. My name is Nelson Buck, and I don't have my headphones on again.
Nelson, you just missed something.
Hold up a second. Hold up a second. Hold up a second.
Hey, Josh.
Hear anything? Okay, what's going on? What happened?
You just missed something, Nelson.
What's that?
If you would have been looking at the monitor, you would have seen my wife. She came in to bring me something.
Well, it might be recorded because it might be like 1 second to see the ever elusive. What's her name?
Ute.
Uten?
Ute.
Ute. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, so this is the Mardox Daily Live Chat. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to find out what we're talking about, you can either go to zoom.mardox.com, that's zoom.mardox.com, and join in. Or go to YouTube and find our scheduled feed, and you can type questions and comments in the comment box. Or you can even go ahead now and start doing paid text. What do they call those? Super text, super chat, and give us money, and then we'll for sure to answer your question. We might even make your question or your comment the focal point. You know. I'm gonna be racist.
So what happened to Lauren? Did she leave already?
Yeah, I told you she left. As soon as you said you're gonna be there shortly, she left.
Yeah, she took off. I believe it.
I'm gonna be racist here. $5 whole buffet.
Oh jeez.
Oh yeah, I just insulted all the Chinese, or Vietnamese, or Taiwanese, or Korean, or Filipino.
Or just about everybody.
Cambodians, I think, speak something like that too. I'm screwed. Half the population of the planet just hates me now.
And they have a lot of the population, so you're screwed.
I am very sorry. Yeah, so. no, that's Japanese.
Actually, it's not. But I speak Japanese.
They call me asshole all the time. They're going, asshole. Oh, jeez. Now John just left. John's all like, I'm out of here. Fuck this. I'm out of here.
No, he's just grabbing his cup.
Yeah, there you go. Grab your cup, John. This is going to get intense. If you think WWE is intense,
she said Lauren's saying she tried to find it on YouTube but can't find it.
It's up now. She'll have to go get it now. Go can tell her go back to YouTube.
That's what I said. Try now.
Because it just went live. So, but she didn't have to leave Zoom. All she has to do is open up the other page and just put text in. Anyways, not gonna get into a how-to discussion on how to do stuff with YouTube. So it turns out it's official. The YouTube trending page, and I'll have evidence of this later on. The YouTube trending page is not automated, and it is not determined on who has the most traffic or the best or keywords. It really is. People at YouTube have come out and said that at Google they were told what to put on the trending page as they feel fit, not what is supposed to be there based on your numbers, on your views and hits. And there's a crap load of people now pissed off at YouTube now. It's like, wow.
There's the crap people pissed off at everything. What's new?
Yeah, well, no, but this is bad because people are spending money trying to get on that trending page, because the idea is that you get on that trending page and then you just skyrocket with your traffic. And
so what you got to do is pay off the politician, just like everybody else.
Yeah. In this case, YouTube.
That the politician's a company this time.
That's it. Greg, sir, how are you today?
No difference.
You're muted, Greg.
I do that every time.
There we go. How are you, Greg?
Yeah, I one of these days I'll remember without anybody prompting me. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Well, it comes with age. It comes with age, right?
No, it goes the other way.
Oh, the other way. It leads with age.
Who are you and why am I here?
I have no idea. Can anyone tell me who I am?
I'll bet they have.
Oh boy, are we getting into the philosophical of do we actually exist now?
Oh yeah, exactly. And we are one with nature. And
do we actually exist? Are we actually here?
No, we're figments of our own imagination.
No. There is evidence. There is evidence now that the whole dark matter theory and there's a test that was done with light particles where you can split light through slits in a paper, and if you look at it, it's two solid dots of light on the wall. If you don't look at it and you look away, it waves. It makes waves. And based on games theory, if the world and our existence is a matrix, that would explain a lot. Because in games, 3D games today, as you're playing, anything you're not directly looking at is approximated until you turn and look at that item, and then it's focused on, like your finger on the camera right now.
Oh,
I actually taken game theory. I don't remember you doing that one.
We're talking 3D environments, games, Josh. Don't get too damn specific.
I'm talking about the game theorem from the National Equilibrium.
I don't know what he's
economic model.
You're not supposed to write on your camera, right? You know that.
Oh. I do all this.
But but it's an interesting thought that if we are in a matrix, that actually explains a shitload of stuff that goes on. Like that cat that walked by and then glitched and then started back over again. I can't explain it.
It's called Camatrix.
Alien abductions would be really easily explained. Somebody just took the module out of the program, did something to it, and plugged it back in.
Yeah, too much time.
Oh, too many drugs. Nelson.
Too many something.
No.
If there is a matrix,
it's not too many drugs. There's still a lot in there. I didn't take it all out.
If there really is a matrix, then here's my request. Somebody please erase my debt.
Well, going based on another theory, Josh, your debt is only in existence because you believe it's in existence.
Yeah, tell that to the government and the IRS.
I know a person who, and a physicist that says everything that is because we believe it is. And if you believe you're rich, you will be rich.
I see.
All right. Well, I believe I'm rich. I still haven't got there though.
Oh, you don't believe you're rich then? That's the thing. You don't believe it. You believe.
I believe. Hey, look, I'm already rich. The only thing I'm lacking is the money.
Yeah. Lauren's in there. I found it. Hold on a second here. She says, I found it. I will not be library too long. Have a good afternoon. Okay, Lauren just basically said, bye-bye, everybody. I don't like your show.
She said, screw you.
That's it. And Josh, I'm not joining a room with Josh. So,
yeah, figures.
Traffic exchanges. And we got 5 people watching right now. That's pretty cool.
That's good.
No, yes, Belinda.
No,
not counting us.
No. Hey, whoa. We don't say that name if she's not here. We said that.
Oh, we can't say the B word.
No, don't say the B word. We can say the F word, the T word, the S word, but not the B word. Even the N word. We can say the N word. You can say the N word if I'm not here. You can say Nelson.
Can we say the Queen?
No, don't even say Queen. She doesn't exist right now. I don't know what she had.
Why? What's going on?
She has some family issue. It's just
everything's working out there.
It's just what happened was she wrote I was in the middle of setting up the show. She wrote me She wrote me a text in Skype. She doesn't usually text me, and she wrote this stuff out. And it's like, to me, it was like, you got to get this done right now. And I'm like, no, I don't have time for this. And it's like a weird argument. And then the last thing she wrote was, why is Carrie back in the room? And then she didn't say anything, and she went offline. So that's why the other day I thought, well, she must be mad at me. Turns out it's a family issue, but I wish she would have told me I'm going to be gone for a few days. I got some family stuff to deal with. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too bad.
No, it's not. So I'll let her talk about it. But but it's just be careful what you write and what you do, because people will put two together and go, oh, they're mad at me now.
She's not in Santa Rosa, right?
Well, like Carrie Foster, she was in the chat rooms all the time with us. She was in the live chat, and then one day there was a misunderstanding with John Olson, and poof, she's gone like pixie dust. And then she's back. She goes, well, I don't understand why we're not talking. Well, why do you think? You anti-social people.
Why isn't she here then on the broadcast?
I don't know. I've stopped questioning these things in my life.
Yeah, sure.
As long as I got a John, a Josh, and a Greg in my life, I'm good.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Okay, 90% John, 5% Josh, and 2.5% Greg. The other 2.5% is reserved for that certain person.
I'm building.
Yeah, you got to work your way up, dude.
I get you. I get you. Hey,
I'm surprised he didn't give me the 2.5 and you the 5.
Let's let Greg talk before he finishes drawing everything on his camera lens.
Yeah. Just a real quick, I just want to give you a quick update on Yiggy. We added.
I was going to talk about it. Again.
We just added Texas Hold'em poker as a so
doorbell.
Rough.
Doorbell.
Rough. Yeah. So Texas Hold'em poker is live and running now. And we are going to make some rooms. We're in the process. They're not done yet. Where you can play, if you want to just have a room with your buddies to play or that kind of thing. We're working on that.
Yeah, I got a lot of people asked about that. Said they don't want to gamble, but they just want to play to play.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do that anywhere. It doesn't really matter what room you're in.
Well, but let's say I want to go in a room. I'll join in, but I'll be with 2 other people, and my buddy's in another room.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we want to be together, kind of thing.
We can give each other some crap and have some fun. I got you.
Yeah. Like I want to kick John's ass. You know what I'm saying?
So we're aware of that. We're actually working on that. We got a lot of. We're actually turning all the games into apps now. It seems like that's something we have to do. That have to be an app. So we're having that done. That takes time.
Yeah, I'm building my own app. It's my little side stream thing that I'm working on. But yeah, it's quite. Get it done professionally. It'll go a lot faster. It's a hell of a thing to learn it. I'm in the process of learning it.
Yeah,
you got to learn mainly 2 different languages, or 3 different languages actually, because Node.js is definite. Java, I should say, and that's for the Android side. Then you got to learn Swift for the iOS side.
You got to get it approved.
But approval is not so bad on Android. It goes pretty quick. I can get my apps usually get approved within about 30 minutes to an hour. But with Apple, it takes about usually between about a day or 2.
Yeah, and the fact that we have card games going on might be a little bit icy, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
No, it shouldn't be.
John's falling asleep because John wants.
Well, there's as long as you're legal and everything, you should be good. The biggest thing Apple's concerned on is security. Make sure your security's tight.
John's falling asleep because he wants nothing to do with gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not gambling if doesn't cost you nothing, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, John? You're not putting no money up, and how do you find it based on your faith? How does that work?
See, okay, it's like this. Even based on my faith, we all know what pure gambling is, and so. But in my faith, it's your choice. You do what you want,
right?
But it's what it's how you feel about it personally, and your relationship with Jehovah God. I don't. It's like poker and all this and that and the other thing. I know, lots of people play it and stuff, and it's not, they're not gambling and this and that and the other thing.
First pills. Look. Honestly, I have a daughter. I have a young daughter.
Yeah.
Wow, nice hand.
My daughter.
Really open?
Because I just opened it upstairs for you.
And she spit in it.
Yeah. Here, Daddy.
Oh no, please, it's like. Daddy.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. John, yeah, that's what she just said. Would you show people what you look like?
No.
You look good.
Come here.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Even John said he wants to see you. No.
Give me your hand.
No, because we're live right now. I can't go anywhere right now.
Just roll this way.
No. Someone save me. Call 911.
No.
There she is.
Get him.
Oh, you're talking, Greg.
No, really not.
Okay, get out of here before I do put you on camera. And Merlin wants to see you. Spend time with your dog. So, John, back to what you're saying. So the Jehovah's Witnesses, if you don't mind me saying it, Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't have anything against gambling. Am I right?
No, we don't gamble. But if someone just like say you have people playing poker just for fun, that's one's call if they consider that gambling or not.
Okay,
we're not fanatical or anything like that. Everyone makes their own decision. I personally don't do it.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
First of all, because I don't have time, and second of all, I just personally stay away from it.
Doesn't trip your trigger.
I don't think if you're putting money up, I don't think it's gambling. I think it's just a game. If I'm going to play Crazy Eights with somebody, I can play Crazy Eights for money. And you can put any bet you want on it,
The nice thing about playing without money, or no real money, I should say, is that when you're playing with digital currency, you tend to be more aggressive than you do when you're playing with actual money.
Yeah.
And some of the professionals that we've talked to aren't crazy about that because the people will bet kind of goofy,
Oh, yeah.
it's not like sitting at a real table at the World Series of Poker, because he said they said, well, we're afraid to, people go, hey, I'm all in on nothing, and they'll just kind of. But as they escalate up the tier, that they should get to be more serious players. Those will be weeded out as they go through the tournament.
Right. That's it.
But another thing we added this week is a new, I guess, referral thing. You refer anybody and if they win anything, you win something as well. And if they lose, I think it's 27 times you win a spin on the prize wheel, just because we feel bad for you. So, and if they get one, you get one too. So
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So, and that's just if they're playing.
Now let's talk about marketing, video marketing for a second. Greg did this really, really elegantly. He came in the show, he found the link, and just took over. Okay, guys. Screw whatever you're talking about. Yiggy. It's magnificent.
That's marketing. That's how you do marketing.
Yeah, he did it really well, because he was not.
Okay,
he
done now. I'll see you later.
There you go.
Bye. No, but it was really, really well done the way you did it. You just walked in. He's got something written down there.
It's all planned out. Yeah.
He's got it all written. Belinda told you to do that.
It was smooth, Greg. It was very smooth.
Thank you, John.
You are the best troll ever.
We can only learn.
Troll.
Yeah.
I don't get my ears and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
We can only learn from you, Greg. We can only.
Oh well, I'm here for you.
Of the games that are out there so far, Yigi is one of the first ones that we actually put a banner up inside our members area. I'm sure, Greg, you saw that when you log in.
Yeah, thank you. Well,
and I'm going to be putting an ad section, a square reserved ad section at the side. Yigi is going to be on there. And then the banners are going to be other members who want to pay for an ad.
I'm assuming you got your affiliate link in there, right?
Yeah, I got mine. But the way Mardox works, I got to get it upgraded. That if John has an affiliate code, he'd go sign up, and then he'd put it in, and his downline, everybody signed up under him at Mardox, would then click on his link at Mardox. You see?
Oh, well,
so,
that's...
Yeah. We got a downline builder built right in by mistake.
By mistake?
Yeah, I did it by mistake. Because at first it was put all these affiliate programs and traffic exchanges in, and then I figured, well, I'll put my code in, and then I had another person say, well, can I put my codes in? And my people that sign up underneath me, well, you see my code. I said, yeah, okay, whatever. So I modified it, not realizing what we had built was a downline builder.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
That you don't like so much.
Yeah, that's it. And so I'm going to be updating that, so our members can put their affiliate code for Yigi in there. So John, you do want to sign up, John?
I don't think downline builders are a bad thing. It's just that some people, they get so obsessed with getting a huge downline in all of these programs and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're not networking with these people,
it's a waste. It's a waste.
Yeah.
And I see people get upset when one person signs up to our site. If you hit our website, the first person you hit the Mardox page within the last 30 days, your cookies are updated, and it says what referral code you hit at. So this person came in. Even on a traffic exchange, hit the landing page. That's the person they're assigned to. When they come back and they fill out the form, regardless of who they land on to fill out the form, it's who they first landed on.
Right.
Yeah, on the traffic exchange. And I got people going, well, he signed up underneath me because I told him to go there. Yeah, but it's where they landed before. So we have got to talk about that this week here. Do we change that? Or, it's only when they actually sign up, or what?
Yeah, I think it's when they sign up, because if somebody, invites them and they don't join, and then somebody else takes the time to explain it more and they actually sell them on it and they actually join, then they're the one that closed the deal.
Right.
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 I mean, in the insurance business, when you do commission sales like that, they usually split the commission on it, basically. But you can't split people, obviously.
Hold on. Is this McDonald's or what? I think it is. Yeah, it is McDonald's. Look at this. Look at all the writing on here, okay?
Yeah.
And there. I really had to hunt. I thought it was Tim Hortons, and Tim Hortons gives me diarrhea when I drink that shit. Ugh.
Speaking of McDonald's.
Yes, our sponsor. Year round. Go ahead.
My son told me that he went a couple of weeks ago to see the new release of It by Stephen King.
Yes.
and he said that somebody was saying that it should be banned in Germany because it's just pure advertising for McDonald's
Yeah,
because the guy
there was a lot of
because the
McDonald's in there.
clown because the clown looks like
Yeah.
the guy from Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, close. It's an evil version of it. Yeah.
I mean, I watched the original when I still used to watch horror. I don't watch them anymore. Uh, I never for 5 seconds thought about.
Is it against your religion?
No, my wife and I. This was before I became a witness. But my wife and I, we decided this was years ago.
Yeah. Stop watching negativity.
No, it wasn't about negativity. It was about horror movies that we was like, why are we watching people slicing people open?
Well, that's what I mean, the negativity, yeah.
Well, yeah, there's negativity. It doesn't have to be violence to be negative. At any rate, yeah.
No, you're right. No, you're right. I'm just thinking it through here.
Mm-hmm,
I don't take everything you say. I take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
I'm watching Greg's face while we're saying this, and it's like I feel like I'm being so judged. There you go. Now I feel better. It's like, what's this Canadian going to say next? Who the hell do you think he is?
At any rate,
great minds too. I see. Yeah, that's good.
I thought that was
Canucks.
Yeah, and look at Josh. He doesn't flinch, not one bit. He just sits there.
So good.
I thought that was quite rich.
I got tired of watching horror movies because they don't affect me anymore. It's like, duh! It's like, okay, whatever, and it's like I don't get spooked. I got spooked when I watched something that I should not have watched, and it actually really screwed me up. It was it's a famous documentary that was done in the 1960s where a group of people went into the Amazon with a camera and they filmed tribes. And during their time they were there, they kind of went nuts and started doing all sorts of nasty stuff to the tribe members.
Sounds like Lord of the Flies.
Huh?
Sounds like Lord of the Flies.
It sounds like Lord of the Flies, but it's real footage, real life footage. And right up to the very end, when the camera was last playing, where the guy gets sliced and the camera falls, and then it was years later that the camera was found. It was on a pedestal in the tribe village because they're like, hey, this is a trophy we got. These people left with the footage and left the camera, and then they developed the footage and found the slaughter that went on. And I saw this, I thought it was just a horror movie, and then I realized, hey, this is a true story. That freaked me out. Since I've seen that, horror stories don't bother me anymore. It's like, dude, that's not how it happens. You should see this. It's almost a snuff film. We saw it because it was in the videotape section at the video store, and it should not have been there. I mean, it was literally you should have had to have signed a waiver to see this. It was that gruesome. Yeah, it is, and I don't want to get the details of the stuff because it is literally gruesome. I mean, for me to go, ugh, as you're watching something, and I was feeling queasy. It was that bad. I don't get queasy that bad, But since then, it's like horror movies, whatever,
There you go.
It's like
it's kind of like watching Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
No, that's a really bad horror movie.
Yeah. they got don't cringe challenges by watching Richard Simmons, but you're not allowed to cringe. There's stuff that he did in the 80s. I'm sure he's not doing now, and he must be going, oh my God, why did I do that in the 80s?
Probably not.
We did a lot of weird ass stuff on TV in the 80s, and today we would never do that. It would be like, nah, Mr. Rogers, not a pedophile in any sense of the word. If that guy were to do his stuff today, he would have been seen. No, Josh, no, don't. The guy passed away, but he's never was a pedophile.
I don't know about that.
Well, go look it up. There was never any cases of anything of the sort. But if he does it today, if somebody came on and did that today, he would be looked at as a pedophile right away. And it was because he was an autistic. He had autism.
Did he?
Yeah. Okay. And you should see there's a clip on YouTube where he sits down in front of the committee that dishes out the.
I'm picking on his autism people, man.
I saw it.
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you should see how slow he talks, and the camera looks at one of the judges or one of the well, let's call him a judge, a panel, and you see the guy is like, get to the point, you know, and then he switches over to, okay, now I'm interested, but he was really close to saying, screw it, goodbye, next, you know. Mr. Rogers was sitting there and literally going, I want to teach kids. And so slow and in his way. And people were like, can you get it moving? But he came so close to never having a career. But that one person took the time to listen to what he was saying. And that's why he had that career.
Hope for you yet, Nelson.
Huh?
There's hope for you yet.
Oh,
then.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
We're listening.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Josh is doing his troll today. He's doing his troll works. John, did you watch the video that I posted up?
I watched a lot of it.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tip of how to make it play faster. Because, like, you were talking at, like,
oh, you can do details. It's public. You can do details.
Yeah, no, but you were talking at, like, 2.5, 3 times speed. That was cool. You were talking very
for those, on the videos, you can go into the settings now on YouTube videos, and you can have it play 1.5, 2 times, 2.5 times the speed, or slow it down.
You can also have it play a quarter, half, 3/4 as well.
Yeah. And
so if you want to mess with people, you can really mess with them.
Yeah, that's it. No, I was telling John because I had a 24-minute video that I did of what's new, and I told him, look, we don't have much time. Put it at double speed.
There you go.
You know, but
I always play videos that fast on there.
Now, if somebody watches a video, get a load of this. The watch time in the back end, if somebody watches the video at twice the speed, and it's a 10-minute video, it still counts as 10 minutes watched. Because you watched the entire 10 minutes of the video, even though you watched it at double speed. So if somebody wants to sit there and go 5 times the speed, go for it. Just watch it. Watch all my videos. I need watch time. No, but John, we're talking about yesterday traffic exchanges, and I showed on screen how we don't. How we don't redirect. I signed up underneath you, and I went to talk to Jeffrey, and I had others take a look and see what's going on. And Jeffrey believes, we're not sure 100% yet, but Jeffrey believes that it's because they're pulling up the page. That's fine. And then they're looking at the source code, and as soon as they see iframe, they say, oh, you're pulling another page inside of a page.
So they think it's a hit.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. And if that's...
iframes are huge security issues. Do not use iframes in your websites.
Because security issue in the sense that, like, if you link to another website, that website, whatever they do, shows up on your site.
Well, not only that, if they get hacked, it's an iframe injection problem. You can get iframe injections.
Yeah, but they can't affect your website.
Oh yeah, it can.
How's that?
I've done an iframe injection on hacks. They can be hacked.
I put a website in an iframe to the link goes to your site. Your site gets hacked, it's going to mess up my site, or it's just that your content's going to show up on my site.
It depends. If the content I'm hacking is able to get into your database, then yes, it's going to hack your site. Damn right. Happens all the time. I see that stuff all the time.
But then you would have thought that they would stop producing iframe functions.
No, not really, because, I mean, if you're in a standard platform like WordPress or Joomla or anything like that, and somebody iframes something, and there's a known injection for that, they iframe it, of course I can get in. It's no different than anything else out there.
So putting an iframe on a WordPress website, for example, somebody hacks the other website that's in the iframe, they can mess up my WordPress. That's the first I heard of that. I can understand.
That's why we tell people. That's why one of the security scanning programs that's widely used in WordPress will actually flag any iframe because of that same reason.
I can understand that I link to a content at your site and I'm using an iframe and I don't want to do it because if somebody hacks your site and says let's use foul language here, it's already demonetized. I said ass earlier. Fuck the world. Well, that's going to show up on my website. I can understand that, but it's not going to affect my site. Other than Greg is going to come to my brand new site and go, "What do you mean, fuck the world?" You know, because it's going to have great big letters, right? You know, I can see that as being hurtful. And anyhow, I don't use iframes except that in this case we're using iframes for YouTube because that's how YouTube says you can embed an image on a site. So we're going to changing it so that the video is going to be hosted at Mardox. And it should solve the problem. So from what we can see, the redirects has to do with the iframe. But I wish they would have said an iframe was found. That would have solved the problem months ago.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not. Huh?
That's frustrating when you said you got the response that you got when you try to talk to these folks and get to the nitty of the problem. They seem to be disinterested.
No, yeah, because I wrote a nice paragraph explaining the problem, and I'd like to talk to him. I said I can get you on phone, on Skype, on Zoom. Here's my phone number. Please call me, email me. Let's talk. I want to figure out what the problem is. And all I get back was, okay, I whitelisted you. Have a nice day. Yeah. Like, what was the point of writing the paragraph? I know it, Yiggy. I lost all my money. I suck at blackjack, but you got to make this better. They don't just write back, you know, whatever.
Okay, we'll make it better. Thanks.
Yeah,
bye.
That's it. Yeah. No, I try to put at least a paragraph back to my client. You know, yeah, okay, we're gonna work on this. You know, geez, customer service really does matter, people.
That's why I was a member, I guess I still am, but I don't go there anymore, of this one platform, and which I thought was pretty good, and they were like new and developing it and everything. And I would send in suggestions or questions or whatever to the support, and I would get these generic answers back.
Oh, don't you hate that?
Yeah. So, which lets you know they're not reading what you wrote.
That's it.
You know, so that upset me, and I just stopped going there. Period.
We used to have that at Mardox. Well, A to Z Sol.com, A to Z Solutions before it was Mardox. You would plug something in, and the system would take like your subject, and then spit back some possibilities of what you're looking for. And a lot of people said, okay, if that's how it's going to be, I'm out of here. And that was way back. That was 98, 97, 98.
That gets frustrating. It's okay. You know, sites have, okay, is your question covered in this list here? And you say no, then you should be able to, submit it and everything. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, that's it. You know, because you do want to cut down. It does cut down on the support ticket. Right. You know, even though people don't read, they just don't read.
What, you want people to read, dude?
Yes,
Seriously?
I want people to read. Yes.
Oh man. I'm telling you, you expect a lot of stuff from people, man. Jeez.
I want people to become enlightened.
When I can tell the way people respond to my to my tickets or to my text that I wrote or email or whatever, I can tell by the way that they respond that they didn't read what I said.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. So, yeah, whatever. But I found that interesting, Nelson, up to the point where I watched it. And I said, it's an iframe thing.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, Fugly writes, hey, great show, guys. Cool.
Hey, cool.
Hey, Fugly's in the room.
Fuzzy.
Yeah.
We got the Fugly thumbs up. Yeah. This is cool.
Even though he's putting out a video that slanders me. I was warned last night. He's putting out a diss track on me.
Okay.
And he says it has seriously. His words were based on yesterday's video. You're an ass, and I'm putting out a diss on you, a diss track on you. And I'm like, oh come on, what about now? And he says, well, go back and talk to John.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I told you. My wife said,
no, don't go there. Don't go there.
No.
It's understood. It's understood. But now Fugly is going to make a video. I'm going to assume backing you up.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, so Fugly.
yeah. That's it. You know.
Fugly.
Oh, well.
I'm just writing back. Yeah, go Fugly. Go Fugly. You know who Fugly is, guys? Go do a search on. Hold on a second. Let me find it. I'll bring it up on the screen so you guys can see it too here on the live stream. Bear with me a second here. YouTube. Where is Fugly? Fugly Rant. Go do a search for Fugly Rant All one word. FUGLYRANT. And he does rants about different topics and stuff. He's got a few videos up. He's just getting started. 11 subscribers. Well, 10 because I'm in there too. And yeah, it's Fugly Rant. FUGLYRANT. All one word. And really, some really funny videos in there. But he's trying to get his channel started. Unfortunately, with the way technology, the way YouTube's going, no swearing, no not being vulgar, nothing like that. It's pretty much going to be demonetized instantly because he has the famous phrase, "Stupid fucking sheep." That's his phrase, his catchphrase. And just based on that, multiple times all through the video, it's like, forget it. You know, that ain't gonna fly. Yeah, so he's gonna have to have a donation page, a personal website, or a Patreon account or something. You know, so people can donate to him. You know, but I'd like to see where he's gonna go with that. Some people are just making videos. To hell with the demonetization. Who cares? They just want to make videos to make videos and say, hey, look at all the followers. You know.
Look at.
Makes sense.
Say that again?
What?
So it makes sense to me.
Yeah. John's trying to say something.
Well,
Nope.
No. Great. Saying something? No. Okay. No.
No, it's all yours now.
All you there, Nelson.
So
You the man.
I heard something. I heard something.
Yeah. Right.
That's how it starts, you know, Nelson. Hearing things.
Yeah, he's losing it, man.
Yeah. So Fugly writes in the chat, "Leave John alone." And now he just wrote hearing things. Yes, I'm hearing things. Thanks.
Yes, Nelson's hearing things.
You're about 10 seconds late, Fugly, and that's about the time it takes for the stream to be recorded, sent, uploaded, and back. Because he's about 10 seconds behind us. So catch up, dude. Catch up. You know, crank it. Yeah. So we're gonna get the traffic exchange stuff done. I do want to find out what the traffic exchanges are, or websites, how they're blocking these like iframes and redirects. And this is two things, and I want to apply that to Mardox. You know, it's I think it's important that we know all the different ways that a website can be blocked. You know,
definitely look into iframe injections. It is a real thing that's out there.
Yeah, I'll look at it. Do you have any text on it? Can you send me a link?
Sure. I'll find some.
I know you're the number one text guy.
Sounds like steroids. iframe injection.
Everybody has different
guns. Look at the guns.
I'm sure there's a lot of things you do I don't do.
I do a lot of things you don't do.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, if you, I see an example.
Like eat pea soup.
Yeah, like eat pea soup. Yeah, and chunky stew. My wife and I are having a fight right now because she says it's chunky soup. I say it's stew. So I say it comes out the other end of the pea soup. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Pea soup comes out chunky. You got a problem.
No,
that's what I'm saying. The chunky soup comes out the other end.
Is it more thick or is it more watery, Nelson?
Huh?
More thick or is it more watery?
Well, it depends. The one I just had was really thick. I mean, really, my spoon stood up in the middle. Not when it was cold in the can. It was heated. It was hot. The spoon stood up. So for me,
Then you were hearing things. Okay.
Yeah, and seeing things. Yes.
And then the bowl levitated and it spun around.
Well, if the bowl is part of The Exorcist, I guess. It sprays everything everywhere. Oh my god! Why do we do this every show now? Oh.
Any Star Trek fans?
Well, yeah, duh.
No, actually, I prefer the other one.
Star Wars.
No, the other one.
Star Trek.
No, the other one.
Star Trek Next Generation.
Spaceballs, man.
Spaceballs. Yeah, Battlestar Galactica.
Dude, no, Spaceballs, man. Where y'all been?
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, because there's on Netflix, they're showing new Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have it in Canada yet.
No. It's pretty good. I noticed it by accident. Well, I received a notice from Netflix about it. And, it's pretty good. And they do, after each show, they do an after trek. and they
After track.
After
talk about the filming of it. And
yeah, I know. This is where we should do the after chat. We should seriously have to do an after chat. The stuff that's said when nobody's here.
There you go.
But you get a kick out of it. I do my videos. I got more traffic on my bloopers and my behind the scenes videos than I do my actual videos. It's like people get a kick out of seeing wires and cameras and lights.
Oh my.
Huh?
Oh my.
Oh my, yeah. Isn't that weird though?
That is weird.
It is. It is. It's like going to Yiggy and seeing how it's done behind the scenes. There's somebody really spinning that table. Yeah, really passing out the cars. That's the secret,
Nelson.
That's the secret. Oh, whoops. Well, everybody, go join Yiggy today. It's free to play.
Yeah, I got the new referral thing. Get in on that action.
Well, I'm already in there. Do I have to sign up to something else, or is it? I'm already signed up.
No, it's automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah, we aim to please.
They're aim to please because when you truly, honestly win the top level, you sign your soul over to them.
Except for John,
because he's protected by Allah. Jehovah.
Did I say wrong? I didn't say wrong, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna, sorry. Too many. There's too many of them. There's even a Buddhist one, right?
Well, not.
What's the Buddhist one for the God for the Buddhists?
Nelson.
Oh, Buddha.
Buddha. Yes, bye. I'm on a live show. Thanks. I know it's gonna continue on, guys. Yes, honey, Daddy loves you. Get out.
Get out.
Oh.
They can't hear you. You got to come down here and put your face on camera so they can hear you. You see, we're old people. You got to come down here, talk on camera. We can see your lips move.
Come on down here so we can hear you, you little filly.
Come on down. You're the next contestant of the Price is... I can't say that name. Bob Barker's going to come over at my door with his cane. Tum, tum, tum. You can't say that name on camera. That's copyright. And get your dog spayed or neutered. Oh Jesus, I love that. Yeah.
I was using one of those video grabber thingies that I bought like months ago to because my wife's been getting on me about putting our old home videos on DVD from VCR to DVD.
Okay.
And I
did you do the DVDs yet?
No, not yet. I haven't even. What?
Would you buy the DVD, the medium?
Yeah.
Get the highest quality. Spend the money. Get the highest quality you can. I've got DVDs that I wrote to 3 years ago. I tried to save some pennies. They're no good.
Really?
They're no good. Some of them are bubbling.
Really?
Yeah. They're scrap. They're gone. One guy told me to hold on to it because they might be able to plane off the layer of plastic that bubbled, and then still read the data if they can. But get the highest quality ones. Do some research. Get the highest quality ones. It's going to cost you a pretty penny, but get a really good one.
So I shouldn't buy those ones with Mardox on it.
No.
No. You don't want those.
No, whenever you see that red ring with the M in it, don't trust that. Especially because you know why, right? It's because they're associated to Yiggy.
no, that's a good reason.
That's what keeps us from going to hell.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's barely keeping us afloat. Losing you, John. Hold on, John. We're losing you.
Oh boy, not again.
There you are. Okay, now you're good.
All right.
Yeah, you're good now.
I finally started, trying to do it, and it takes it from the VCR tape and puts it on the computer, and then you take it and put it on the media.
Right.
It was doing its thing.
Yes.
And then after about 15 minutes, a notice came up and said the process stopped because the video is copyrighted.
Yeah. How does that work? It's your videos, or are you copying? Yeah, it's hold on. Hold on a sec. What?
Maple ice cream.
I don't want any.
Okay.
I can't stand. I mean, it's basic. Yeah.
So vanilla.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Just go. Two things are wrong. Did you look to see that there's a little notch in the back? Is it actual videotape or what?
Yeah. It's a VCR tape. Notch is there.
Okay.
Notch is there.
The notch in the back. There's a little notch on top for a write protect, so you can't record to it. Is there one there, or is it covered up?
It's there.
But is it covered up?
No.
Josh, if you're gonna yawn and stuff, mute yourself. Seriously, I can't. When you do that, nobody can hear anything. But if it's
not covered up.
Okay, it's not covered up. Okay, and it's your home movie. What I would do then, and this is a machine that you put your tape in, you put a DVD in, or is it tape and plugged to your computer?
Who the hell uses DVDs anymore? It's all digital now.
Computer, yeah.
You can't see it here, Josh, but I got shelves and shelves and shelves of VHS, and I want to put them on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. I do want to do it. I'm trying to think, why would it be?
You got 8 tracks you want to put on CDs now too?
No, not 8 tracks. No, but I do have them.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I've got 8 tracks of Neil Diamond Phillips. Yeah, it's yeah. Okay. I got some of the good stuff. I have a whole crates full of vinyl records.
You have real also?
Well, vinyl's supposedly making a comeback. I don't know why, but
yeah,
it's nostalgia.
I guess.
Put that vinyl on the machine. Move the needle over ever so gently. Go, oh God. Okay, it's good. And then of course,
and then when it skips, you just hear the repeat over and over and over again.
No. And the next part is you sit back and it's, oh yeah.
Now you know how with your vinyls you used to be so careful, like you just said, because you don't want to smash the record, right?
Yeah.
And then comes all this rap stuff and it's scratching, and
we're not gonna. Wait, hold on. We're not going cultural here because we're not supposed to do that anymore. You're referencing rap here.
Well,
yeah, but the
grew up on that stuff.
The 80s, the 1980s rap, I like. You can hear the words. You can follow the storyline.
It was
the stuff.
It was what rap was supposed to be.
Yeah, the stuff.
I grew up in the 90s.
Well, even the 90s, but today's rap, the 2010s and on, they can't they can't even talk properly. They don't open their mouth enough to speak. You can't make out what they're saying.
I don't listen to that.
And I'm not trying to. And I listen. I'm not.
No, you're right.
I'm going to say this next. Listen, I'm going to say this next phrase. It has nothing to do with racism or anything. I actually find that black rappers rap a hell of a lot better than white rappers. Eminem is about the only rapper I think that is good at it.
And he's an idiot.
He's an idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot, but he still does it. He does it good. But
there you go.
LL Cool J, Ice-T.
Hey, what happened to Vanilla Ice?
I don't know.
He's in the construction business now, actually.
Yeah,
it's a construction company. He actually has a TV show where he does a lot of renovations for celebrity homes and things now.
Really?
Oh boy.
Yeah, really. That's good.
Yeah.
He really is He really is in the construction business.
Oh, good for him.
He's not a rapper anymore.
No, he's gonna be a rapper all his life. I mean, once you.
Dude, he's not never gonna be a rapper ever again. Ain't no one gonna trust the guy.
Why not?
Because he sucks. In comparison to people like Eminem, he sucks.
No, but I mean, when he raps, you can still make out what he's saying versus some of these other kids. There's people that when you make a song, you're supposed to submit the lyrics. Without the lyrics, the people recording go, if I didn't have the lyrics, I wouldn't know what you said. Because it's so bad. But this is hitting the charts. This is like, I'm making $10 million. And what's up with all the foul language in today's rap music? I'm sounding like an old guy.
That's why I don't listen.
Let me start over. Let me start over. What's wrong with today's music? What's with all the foul language of these kids and their damn rap music? There. Now that I said it. And then you got.
I don't.
Greg is judging me again. He's like, he's almost spot on, just about. In another 10 years, he'll have it. Yeah. I'm only 43, kids. If you invert the numbers, I'm 34.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's not as bad. My one of my clients is 100 years plus, and he today I was yesterday I was talking to him, and I said, "Do you want me to do the snow removal for your walkway this year? I just not that I want money, but I just need to know if we're doing it." And she can hear me. He can't understand anything. He's 100. He's going on 101 on the 20th of December. He'll be 101 years old. So I told him, "You're not 101. You're one. You start over to counter zeros." He goes, "Oh yeah, I like that."
Hey, now you get to change his diaper.
Yeah. I told him as life goes on, it gets better and better. You get to go back to school, back to dating, and then the wife goes, "Oh no, 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 no." We're not doing
How
that
old is
again.
his wife? How old is his wife?
She's 96 now.
Wow.
Ooh, cradle robber.
Yeah. Grave robber, yeah. Hey, he was 6 years old when she was born. No, cradle robber would be my wife. My wife.
Mine too. Yeah.
My wife is 11 years older than me.
Same here.
And you think about it, when we met, there was no. It's like, who cares? Nelson met an older woman. Nelson's going out with somebody. And then one day I told my mom, if you weren't going out with my dad, I could be going out with you. And my mom went, "Son, yeah, right." And I said, Tina's the same age as you. And she went, "Oh my God." And then my parents were like, "Oh no, you can't be going out with somebody that old," because when you look at it, I was just born the year that Tina started high school. There was a discrepancy there, but I was.
I have the same age difference, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great.
That's interesting.
It was funny because my wife thought I was her age, and I thought she was my age.
Really?
I look older, she looks younger.
Yeah.
You know what?
And they still think I'm older because I look older than she does.
You know what's interesting? When it's that way around, right? When the man is the young guy and the wife is the older one, it's like an interesting story. But when it's flipped, okay.
Everybody freaks out.
There's a guy that I know. Jeff Dunham. You guys know Jeff Dunham?
Of course.
His wife is 18 years younger.
Wow.
But when he says it on stage that his wife is 18 years between them, you think, "Oh my God, really a real cradle
Say it slowly.
Cradle robber." And you think about it, jailbait totally. No, but she would have been 35 when they met, because he's going into his 60s. He's 55 or 56 years old now, and they just had twins. But if you look at it, she was 35. So who cares if you're 18 years older? But the way he says it, it's almost like she was 18.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't look 55.
Yeah.
So it's like, dirty dog.
Yeah, I was when we started dating, I was 19 and she was 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right on, dude.
Cougar.
Yeah. I went and did that too. I blew my wife's mind when I came into the relationship, and she had all 4 daughters. And she said one day, "Do you realize that no matter what we do in our relationship," this is right at the very beginning, she goes, "My kids come first." And I kind of went, "Yeah, duh." And then we got rid of the parental rights of the biological father, and I stepped in legally, signed the papers for them. And I think that blew her mind. At a 25, 26-year-old stepped in and took responsibility of 4 kids, like no questions asked. And I don't regret it. To this day, I don't regret it. They're like I said, they're my daughters. I don't say they're my stepdaughter. I say they're my daughters.
Good.
That's it, But how many people? Like my wife was right at the beginning. She was really nervous. How many people do this?
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
That's it. So it is a big deal. Yeah. 53 minutes, John. You got 7 minutes to go here before we hit the hour mark.
Guys, I got to go to Harvest Madness in town. I'm one of the event helpers, and so it's a big Thursday night in downtown Litchfield, Minnesota. Population 5,000. So it's a big deal.
With the cows and dogs included.
Oh well, those are a bonus. We're hoping they'll show up, because I would ask them to be on. It starts at 4 o'clock. An hour away, and I got to do some stuff. So.
Well, hold up just a second. Mardox is a community and stuff like that. How is it like over there? Is it like one of those towns where everybody knows everybody, and if you fart sideways, everyone knows?
Oh yeah, they say you should get that fixed. Yep.
Oh, shit. So you're moving to where I'm moving to then?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere, man.
Yeah, it's the way to be. I live in, well, where I'm at is even small yet. The population of Darwin, Minnesota is only 100 and something.
Oh, no, you're moving to Minnesota. Okay, yeah. See, I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in cheese land. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, geez, all they got is freaking the methane and the cows out there.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
Keep it over there.
Yeah.
Keep it over.
That's it. Hey, great, but great, if you want to come into the shows, you know, it's Monday through Friday, Eastern, 3 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, I try to pop when I can. It just, yeah, a lot of times our Iggy meetings, admin meetings, are at the same time.
But you know what we should do is one day a week pop in, talk about Yiggy, and you know, it adds content. I got no problems with it. I'd be more than happy to.
Well, I don't want to turn it into a Yiggy commercial.
No. But why not? I mean, hey, it's content. It's a live chat. You know, if you want to talk about your project, if John wants to come in and talk about his project, all for it. You know, the only one that's not allowed to talk about his stuff is Josh.
Yep.
Because it's WordPress.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, that'd be interesting.
Nobody uses WordPress.
I do. 30% of the population. I mean, just a small number. Just a small number of the 6 billion websites out there. Only about 3 billion. Only about 2 billion of them use them. Nothing major.
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, have
only
fun.
The largest CMS in the world.
Yeah. See you.
Catch up with you next time around.
Yeah, no problem, Greg. No problem. Talk to you soon.
Right. Yeah. See you guys.
Take care, man.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
So yeah, did my video, John, and for those of you watching this, is another video previous to this. Did my video explain a lot enough when it comes to the structure, the what's going on?
We did.
Yeah. And what do you think? Should I do a video like that once a week, like or once every 2 weeks? Kind of a oh my God! Fuck! I have armpits. I can't do this too much because it looks like I have boobs. Yeah. They're man boobs. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna look all studly for the women, even though it's all completely fat. But do you think?
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Because something like that, because people like myself, right?
Yeah.
I look at things from a user perspective, you see, and you know, and since I've been in this industry and started networking and everything, I started networking, you know, a bunch of owners and this and that. I've been learning like a lot of stuff.
Right.
And you know, these are things that you tech folks and you owners and you know this. You take it for granted.
Our kind of people, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You take it for granted that you know this, you know.
Yeah.
But like, from a user perspective, folks don't know this stuff.
Yeah, and
you know, it's interesting, you know, to learn about it.
Yeah, and Josh and I wanted to do a tech show probably in the future. We gotta get around, hoping in the new year, to do at least once a week. You know, we sit down and do tech stuff. Josh used to have a show on where you'd be on for like this for an hour or two. People could just call in and ask questions. You know, they'd answer stuff. I'm out, right, Josh?
Yeah, I'm open to it.
You know, so yeah, I'd like to redo it, but I got to figure out the time. You know, so we'll figure something out there. Yeah, but it's hard as a user. You know, it's like, this works. Why doesn't it work for you? You know, it's like, as a programmer, I see it work, but as users, if you have a website and it's brand new, users will break it.
Yeah.
Break. You know, and it's like, how did you break it? Tell me now.
My favorite is drag and drop people, because everybody sees the drag and drop interfaces. They're like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
But they don't have any design skills, so when they get up and running, they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's because they lack the design skills.
I tell my kids, if you're going to do design work, at least learn the code, because one day if something changes, you're not going to go, oh shit.
I don't even, if we have employees, when we hire new employees, if they're doing data entry even, we won't even let them do data entry in our websites without knowing at least HTML and CSS.
There you go.
Because I don't want them calling me saying, well, I can't figure out how to make this do this on the page. Well, you should know HTML and CSS, otherwise why don't I hide you?
That's it.
You know, I guess my mindset of business is, if I have to sit there with you to do the job, then one of us is unnecessary.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, well, it's the reality. I mean, if I have to sit there and do the whole thing, then Somebody's unnecessary, and it's not me. So you're gone.
People in this industry, internet marketing and stuff, they have developed the mentality of that they need to know as little as possible. And they can do
that's because that's what the internet marketers tell them. Oh, you don't need to know a line of code. You don't need to know this. You don't need to know that. And I argue back saying, if you don't know, you're being gypped and ripped the hell off. Because when I first started hiring employees, luckily I had done all my own work ahead of time. So I was doing everything myself before I started hiring people. So when I started hiring people and they sit there and say, oh, yeah, that'll take 2 weeks. I'm like, well, shit, if it takes you 2 weeks, I can do it in 3 days. Why the hell am I going to hire you?
That's it.
And they're like, I can do it in 3 days. And I'm like, okay, but you already told me you're going to take 2 weeks. So I already know you're going to lie to me. So next.
We can go even simpler than that. A user like John that goes and gets a program. And they say you don't need to do anything, you don't need to click anything, you just give us the money and it just gets done for you. You got to think as a user, if that company goes out of business, that site you paid for is gone. You don't really own it. And that's what I'm getting at with my site owners project. Is I want to teach people to own their own sites, their own domains, their own hosting, and they know how to run the script. And the business goes. If I go to business, you still have the script. You're not stranded. And then the other part is, if you're running this as a business and a business is making you an income, and let's say look at Traffic Monsoon, the guy got sued, he got shut down. People counted on this as an income, and now they're going, hey, wait a minute, I got no more income from it. And some people went from going, hey, I got money every month to nothing. So own your own stuff. Now I see a lot of YouTubers doing videos still, but their videos are being uploaded to their own websites, and they've learned to put their videos up on their website and say, go watch it there. They control it. YouTube can't turn off a video that's on their domain name.
Right.
And that's what I want to get to is my project of showing people how to become their own site owners. It's taking a little longer to get set up than I wanted to, but I want to make sure that the information that gets out is 100% spot on. And but it's coming together. It's coming together. John, you look like I gotta get going. You keep shifting. I'm wondering, can he end this soon? John, wrap it up, John. I'm sick of looking at you, man.
All right.
I didn't say anything wrong.
So, thank you, everyone.
Is that her?
It was.
It was. I saw a glimpse. Of the ever elusive wife. John may actually have a wife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the video, see if I get a glimpse. Even I can. Gone. Go ahead, John. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Thanks everyone once again for tuning into the Mardox Daily Live Chat every day at 3 p.m. Eastern. And remember to do 3 very important things: subscribe, like, and comment on the video, please. And we want to hear your thoughts.
And watch the whole thing.
Like that, and watch the whole thing.
I do. I actually do. After the show, I go upstairs. I put our show on after it just to make sure it goes good. And I always wind up watching about 3/4 of it. And I catch myself with a smile on my face, going, mainly laughing at John, but
Hey,
I do laugh at you. I laugh with you, man.
That's what they tell me here at home too.
Yeah, they laugh with you. Yeah, it's the other way around, man. They laugh at you, you idiot. But so John's right. Subscribe, like, and comment. Watch the video, and we're here at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time each day. 9 o'clock at p.m. in Germany. Noon in Vancouver. So it gives you an idea of the time zones. And zoom.mardox.com. ZOOM.mardox, MARDOX.com. COM. And anybody's invited in to talk live with us, or you can wait for the show to go live on YouTube, and you can post your chats there like Fugly does. Fugly. who's gonna pick on me on a video soon, probably this weekend. And if you guys want to say bye, we'll wrap that up.
Have a good one, everyone.